The Changing Climates Festival is a unique opportunity for teenagers to get involved with performance and producing in a way that we don't think that many young people are given that opportunity. It started with 25 young people from a range of different schools in Coventry coming and working with us. Those young people are then given an opportunity to experience what work is like and what life is like working in the theatre. They became our young producers.
It was a really wonderful opportunity to have the investment to be able to work with a group of young producers, and we had 25 amazing young people from 6 different secondary schools across Coventry, and they all came together not knowing each other, not having ever worked with each other, to produce the Changing Climates Festival. And they took on different roles within the festival, so they learnt all the different jobs and responsibilities that went into making a festival, from marketing through to giving a welcome speech, through to understanding how to programme the activities that happened at the festival.
They also worked with Highly Sprung to curate and help structure the performance of Castaway, which is Highly Sprung's new outdoor piece all about climate change and in particular water pollution.
The Changing Climates Festival was a huge development for us this year. It was a really important moment in time for us. Not only were we returning back to the theatre for the first time since the start of the pandemic, but we were also really inspired to finally work with young people to motivate them into thinking about the effects of climate change and other environmental problems through their own words and through their own creation of performance.
During the week of the Changing Climates Festival, those young producers themselves were also in charge of curating what the other young people were doing in that festival. So they organised Phil Eddles to come and create a beautiful sculpture made out of plastic with 2 hands holding the world, entitled "The World is in Our Hands."
As far as theatre's concerned, theatres are not really people who recycle stuff. I'm sorry to say it, but most of the shows end up going in a skip. And it's time, people need to just get rid of things. The next show needs to come in. And I kind of think that anything that we can work on that changes that a little bit is great. And I'd love for young people to go away with a bit more awareness of what is happening in the world and not just what's happening locally. And that you can make something beautiful out of rubbish. It is possible.
So we work with puppet makers who made work out of recycled material. They worked with Highly Sprung on their work of how can you create performance work based on a world issue around climate change.
We have been having a lot of fun. We've been learning some new skills and some new techniques, and really seeing the change in the groups as they become more focused, working more as an ensemble. From the beginning of the workshop, really, we're building in those ideas of creativity, coming up with your own movements, but within a framework. And when you see that done as an ensemble, that's really strong, and it really works powerfully for an audience. And I think they understood that they were having an impact on an audience, and how powerful that is to work as an ensemble together.
We've been making work about environmental problems for a number of years, and this was a real opportunity to galvanise young people around some of the subject matters and some of the problems that we've identified that really should be in their hands. It wasn't adults who were running this festival, it wasn't the people who they are used to, but it was actually their peers. And I think it really helped to make the experience so much better for them, and helped them to really engage more with the important themes of climate change and environmental problems that they were looking at through their work.
And for us, I think those 25 young people had a unique experience that would launch them into any form of career, not just a career in the arts, but actually understanding what it means to have professional values, to see something from the beginning all the way through to the end, to liaise with adults and professional companies, and to say, this is what I would like, to write a brief. All of those soft skills that aren't necessarily taught at school, but are so essential when going out into the professional world?
I think it was quite life-changing for some of the young producers involved. I think some of them walked away feeling a real sense of achievement and also a better understanding of the breadth and variety of roles that need to go into producing a festival. And I think for some of them, it gave them an opportunity to think about the different roles involved in the arts other than just performing on stage.